Good afternoon. Welcome, everybody. I want to talk a little biz talk today. We're going to talk about marketing. And I hope that, no, I don't hope. I know that this is going to help somebody out there. It's going to help at least, I'm going to say about 15 people. About 15 people really going to catch on to this and start utilizing this technique, this tactic, this strategy. Because what it is, it's about marketing in the day that you're in, marketing in the age that you're in. But you know what? I'm going to take a cue from something of old. Some of you may remember the show Seinfeld. I mean, it's in syndication now, so I'm sure that even the younger audience, you've seen Seinfeld or seen or know something about it. But there was one character in particular during a run that they had. His name was Jay Peterman. Jay Peterman was this adventurer who had a catalog. All he had was a catalog, right? But the way he sold his product is the way you should be marketing today. Even though he did it in print, today with YouTube, Facebook Live, all these different things, is the way you should be doing it today. Which is what he told stories. He told a story that engaged you into the product. Like, he didn't just sell a poncho and say this poncho will keep you dry in the rain. No, he said as I was walking through the Everglades and all of a sudden the rain started pouring down, and I knew at that moment that I would become drenched and soaked. And so, but I didn't, because I had my whatever his name of his poncho is. And that's how he would tell a story. He would paint the picture and get you involved in it. So the question is, how can you use this today? Now, recently, I joined a lot of different buy and sell and trade groups on Facebook. And what I've noticed is most of the people on these buy and sell and Facebook pages, these buy, sell, and trade pages, you don't tell a story. You just say, boom, here's a picture of a dress, it's $30. Create me an image of the dress. Create me an image of the night of what it's going to be like when you wear the dress, how it's going to feel. If you ever watched the movie The Intern, the way that she built her company, the young lady, I forgot her name, but the way she built her company was that she wore an outfit and then went online and blogged about it and did videos about how it felt to wear the dress, what it fit like. She told a story about the dress, which launched her company. If you're trying to sell something on these buy sell trades, if you're selling things on eBay, if you're selling things on Amazon, create a story around it. Don't just say, here's the bike. No, this bike, when I lived in Germany, with all the different mountain ranges and terrains, to be out in nature, and I feel the wind go across my face as I launch myself down the mountainous trail. Tell a story, get me involved, use your highs and lows. And here's one. A lot of people on Facebook, a lot of you guys sell real estate. You're trying to sell me this house. Sure, you tell me about the house. Sell me on the neighborhood. The world has moved to a point where everybody's looking at live, work, play in their environment. How do you live? You work here, you live here, you play here. If you're selling a house in a particular neighborhood, if there's a Publix in that neighborhood, go to that Publix, shoot a video, talk about the great customer service at the Publix, how clean it is, how safe it is. Go to the local schools and shoot a video talking about how the rating of the school and how well the school is doing. Go to the local Starbucks and restaurants within that community and talk about those restaurants. So sell the person on the community that they're getting ready to live in. And plus, here's the other aspect that I think real estate agents can really kill this. They can really kill this, because if you're selling me on the neighborhood, then when I decided I'm already in that neighborhood and I want to sell my house, who am I going to look for? I'm going to look for that agent who's already an expert about my neighborhood. That person, I'm an expert in the city of Marietta. I'm an expert in East Cobb. I'm an expert in Alpharetta. I'm an expert in Lithonia, Decatur, and Cartersville. I'm an expert in that town where I'm locally, where I'm selling houses. So if I'm looking if I'm somebody who I want to, sell my house, give me that person who's an expert in my neighborhood who can talk about every aspect of the neighborhood. Don't talk about it once you got me. Show it to me online. Show it to me on Facebook. Tell the story of that neighborhood. And then the house is the background. Really, the house has to be the background when you're selling me the environment. A lot of the ancient Chinese artists, when they would do a picture, for say like there was one called the poet drinking coffee, or the poet drinking tea, right? All you see is the landscape. You really have to search hard to find the poet drinking the tea, because they emphasize the landscape. So as a real estate agent, emphasize the landscape, emphasize the neighborhood. Talk about the events that's going on. Talk about what happens in that neighborhood. The bands, talk, at the schools. Talk about the swim teams and the libraries and the reading programs. Talk about those kinds of things. The travel, the ins and out, where they can go and dine and have fun. Let's talk about those things, and then the house comes, because really it's the place you're going to work. I mean, you're going to live and you're going to play. All right, you're going to live and play there. So for all you guys, for whatever your product is, begin to tell a story about what it is so that people become attached to it emotionally. And that's how we marketing today. And yes, you got to do it on Snapchat. You got to do it on Instagram. You got to do it on Facebook. Those are still the top mediums for you to sell your product and build your business. So if you're not doing it there, if you're not understanding that, you're going to find yourself, always playing catch up. Don't do what other people have been doing and what they keep doing. Don't romanticize what made you money 10 years ago and then still think that it's going to work today. Hey, 10, 15 years ago, when I would send out an email, I would get about an 80 to 90% open rate on an email. I stopped doing emails this year because emails, I'm only getting like a 15% open rate. Email is dead because marketers have killed it. All right. So move forward. You got to keep moving forward. You can't fall in love. You just got to take that technique, take that ability that you have to write or shoot video or talk or show the landscape, and just move that into Facebook dark posts. Move that into your Facebook ads for mobile. Move that into Instagram. Move it into Pinterest, into Snapchat. And you got to start doing Snapchat now, because Snapchat is what the new kids are doing now. And as they grow out of it, the older people jump into it. But you've done two things. One, you're going to be first, so that when the older generation gets there, you're first. And then the second thing that you're doing is that you're cultivating future clients, cultivating future customers. You see, the young people may not be buying my product right now, but if I'm infusing them as they get older, as they start having that more income, they start appreciating value products, then they say, oh, I remember. Yes, I was attached to. Oh, I've heard that name before. As my company grows, then it's like, oh, I've seen that before. It's back there, but now it comes to the forefront. So it may be a year, maybe 2 years later. So you got to be patient and play the long game. That's a true thing about an entrepreneur, is patience. So, business 360 degrees incubation. I'm telling you guys, if you want to move your company to the next level, I've already seen so many results from doing this myself. I wouldn't tell you anything that I haven't been doing myself, but tell the story. Tell the story of your product. Stop just going out there trying to sell it. Yeah, your greatness is non-negotiable, and so is mine. Have a great day.